Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Big Sean here. Well, I'm out taking a morning stroll, and as you guys can tell from the weather, it is awfully overcast right now, but it looks like we're going to avoid the rain. Now, a lot of news to talk about this past week in college football, but the big one that I want to cover first that just absolutely made my week last week was the USC Trojans. Now, we all know about it. It's been covered up and down, left and right. We all know about the 2-year bowl ban the Trojans are going to have to serve, as well as the lost 30 scholarships. So, to the Trojans, what more needs to be said other than this? I love it, you guys. I love it. Well, anyway, as we all know, last week, we all got a taste of all this conference expansion talk, and some teams and some conferences made some moves. Now let's start with the Boise State Broncos going to the Mountain West Conference. Now in my honest opinion, the Mountain West Conference just got a lot stronger with the addition of Boise State. Now that conference had some teams like Utah, TCU, Brigham Young, just some teams that just didn't get a lot of respect until recently. You know, they always had to, sit and pray and hope for just a chance at the BCS Bowl. Well, you know what? Now there's no more excuses. The polls cannot keep them out, and starting in 2011, we're going to see a lot of great games in the Mountain West Conference. TCU playing Boise State every year. I'm going to look forward to watching that matchup every year because I think it's going to be really good. So, what else can you say about the Mountain West? Now, the other news we received last week, and it's now set in stone, the Big 12 Conference are going to be losing 2 members. The Colorado Buffaloes have decided to join forces with the Pac-10. And I think Pac-10 play for them is going to start in 2012, I believe. Maybe 2013. I'm not too sure on that. But my thoughts on that move, meh, whatever. I mean, if Colorado felt that was best for them, then God bless to them, But in my opinion, the bigger of the two news was Nebraska joining the Big Ten Conference. So we all know what that means. Now the Big Ten can have their precious little Big Ten championship game at the end of the season. And, I don't really know what else I can say about that. I mean, the one question is this just the beginning, or is the Big Ten going to look to add on more teams? My opinion, personally, I think they made their moves. Now let's just leave things alone and see how this plays out first before you make any more moves or decide to, whatever. I know a buddy of mine's probably watching this, or he'll see this at some point, but an old buddy of mine back in high school, and he'll know who he's talking about. Actually, there's a couple of them, but a couple of you guys that I graduated with. I know you guys are big Cornhusker fans, and I don't know how you guys feel about Nebraska joining the Big Ten, but being a Notre Dame fan, a guy who by default has to despise the Big Ten, I hope you guys go over there and give them hell. Just knock some heads around. So now, the big question with the Big 12 losing Colorado and Nebraska, it's been announced that the conference is looking to stay intact. Now here's the real question. Do you just stick with the 10 members that you already have and call the conference something else, or do you go and look to get 2 new members? Well, if the answer is getting 2 new members, I have a couple of candidates in mind that I think would fit really well in that conference, geographically at least. One would be the Houston Cougars. I mean, it's a Texas team. Why not add another Texas team? But here's my twist on things. You add another Texas team, how about you add another Oklahoma school, like, say, Tulsa? I mean, no, they're no powerhouse team, but they're a team that can sneak up on you. And no, I'm not just saying that because Tulsa's on Notre Dame's schedule this year. It's a fact that they're a team that'll sneak up on you and bite you in the ass when you least expect it. So, but that's just my opinion on that. I mean, if you guys have other opinions on that, feel free and, leave them in the comments down below here. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Big 12 and Nebraska and Colorado. Lastly, you guys, one last thing that I have to say. To any Philadelphia Flyer fans, I know 2 of you guys who are Notre Dame fans that are subscribed to me here on YouTube. I know you guys are Philly fans. But to all Philadelphia Flyer fans, to those of you who saw the Flyer trashing video, don't take it personally. Okay, we were just having a little fun at your guys' expense. It was a little friendly trash talk. So, we were just my buddies and I, we were just happy that the Blackhawks won, and so just don't take it personally, okay? I mean, there's no hard feelings. None of us really hate the city of Philadelphia. I mean, myself personally, I have nothing against the city of Philadelphia. If there's anything that I have against the city of Philadelphia, it's this. Now, I'm a Bears fan. I'm not a Cowboy fan. But I do think that was pretty shitty when Flyer fans cheered when Michael Irvin broke his neck and he was down and not moving. And those people are up cheering. I think that was pretty shitty. I'm not going to lie about that. That was shitty. And, you guys know me well enough, and I'm going to say it again. I'm not too fond of the University of Michigan State. I downright despise them. But you know what? God forbid if Kirk Cousins, their starting quarterback, breaks his neck next season against us. I sure as hell am not going to stand up and cheer for that. That's I have a lot more respect for players than just that. So if there's anything I have against the city of Philadelphia, it's that one thing right there. That was just a little too far, but that was years ago. Nothing more to say about that. Oh yeah, and one last thing to this one moron out there. I'm not going to say his name, but there's one moron out there who had the nerve to call me a bandwagon jumper because since the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup. Well, the truth is, I'm not a bandwagon jumper. I've loved all Chicago teams except for the White Sox, and I don't really follow soccer, so I don't watch any Fire games. But I've watched the Blackhawks from the days of Roenick, Belfour, and Amante, and Chelio, so don't call me no bandwagon fan. So, other than that, that's really all I have for you guys in this video. So, with that, this is Big Sean. Peace out. Catch you guys later.